hadith of 311 from our mother Aisha. And Allah be pleased with her. And she said, some Jews came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, some, which means death instead of salam. So the Jews came and said, some instead of salam, be upon you. And Aisha said, and upon you, and may Allah's curse and His anger be upon you. So then the Prophet ﷺ said, be patient, Aisha, you must be gentle. Beware of harshness and coarseness. And she said, didn't you hear what they said? And he ﷺ said, didn't you hear what I said? I returned it to them, and what I said about them will be accepted, and what they said about me will not be accepted. So this shows us the incident between our mother Aisha in front of the Prophet ﷺ when the Jew came, and how Jewish are, very trickery. So instead of saying salam, he says some, upon you. And then Aisha, having heard this, gets really mad, right? What do you mean death? Death upon you. Then she gives back, and she says, may Allah's curse and His anger be upon you. So she cursed him back. But the Prophet, having heard this and knowing what's actually happening, asked her to be patient, right? And be gentle. And he ﷺ says, beware of harshness and coarseness. So do not be harsh and do not be coarse. But she was defending herself, right? She says, didn't you hear? Didn't you hear? They started it first. They said this to you. Then the Prophet ﷺ replied, didn't you hear what I said? To be gentle, to be kind, to not be harsh. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, I returned to them what I said. I returned it to them, and what I said about them will be accepted. So, this is Arabic, right? So, I've heard about this hadith, and it says, he repeats back, it's like, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So you give back, and to you too, and upon you the same. So the Prophet ﷺ said something like that, and upon you the same. And then the Prophet says that whatever I said, my dua is accepted, and their dua to me is not. So brothers, this is just a very, very great reminder. People can do bad things to us. People can do a lot of harshness to us. But how do we respond? That's the most important thing, brother. How do we respond? We are asked by the Prophet ﷺ to be kind and gentle, even at the level of people doing bad things to us. As much as possible, be kind. Do not be harsh. Do not say bad words. Do not utter those words that you will regret. So just a reminder to all of us, may Allah make us steadfast in this path. May Allah make us, hold strong into what we say and how we act, and be kind to each other. Inshallah. قولي قولي هذا واستغفر الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.